Hi there, Delroy the Spark again. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. I'm back at the brewery today, first job of the new year. What I'm going to try and do today is sort out the problem with those sockets. There's a number of sockets in there, it's got a fault on it. And that's where they took the partition wall down and all of that. So I'm going to look into that now, see if I can sort it out. Hopefully film it and let you see. Thanks for watching. Well, that's the fault on the socket, that red light flashing on the socket on C. I don't know if you can hear that noise that it's making. So I'm going to see what it says when I put my multi-tester in. Right, saying live to earth. So there's earth fault or neutral fault here. And I think it's on all them sockets along this wall and those sockets there. Because I think there was a partition wall where you see this here. There's a partition wall here and that linked to those sockets over there. I'm going to have a look at it. Because what happens is the circuits, these armors go back to the fuse board and then the circuit starts from here for the sockets. They come in with those armors into that thing and there's some funny connections in there. So I'm going to have a look into that, see what I can find. Right, see if I can find out what circuit it does it. So it's going to be office ring, glazed end. I don't know what this one is. None of these ones, it's got to be one of those. So Archie's ring left, office ring. Let's try this one here. That one's blank anyway, so let's try that. Right, let's just to let you know how I'm getting on here. These two armors, these two here, that's these two. They're the legs of the ring going back to the fuse board, yeah? And then it goes into them connections there. I don't know why they use those. Those aren't very good. They're coming apart, really. They're not. You've got a DIN rail there where they fix those too. Right, look, that one's come out at some time or other. If you look, sort of all coming apart. That's supposed to be over there, but not very good, I don't think, anyway. So you've got a leg here that comes down there. This leg comes down there, and this one goes up in this tube. It comes and goes up there, right? And another leg goes over there, and then it goes up in this tube. Then it goes over to that side and does those sockets over there and the ones around there. But this is the little thing that I'm trying to get my head across. I've connected one neutral in here, one neutral in the back there, and my tester is making that noise and the little red light is flickering, right? Okay, I've taken that neutral out and I've put the phase in. And I'm getting that same noise. And I think the little red light is sort of highlighted a bit. So that's what's intriguing me. What's causing that noise? Why is it picking up some sort of feed somewhere? So I've disconnected the earth and the noise has stopped. It's picking up some sort of voltage between when I put the earth and the neutral in. There's some sort of voltage there. So I've disconnected the earth now. So on some sockets I weren't getting it because the circuit's not complete. I was getting that noise on all the sockets from here. From this point round here, okay, to right at the end up there, all of them were making the noise. And those ones over there. But these ones weren't because the circuit doesn't continue. One leg comes down this tube from over there and it goes that way. The other leg comes and it goes that way. The leg that's picking up the voltage is the ones going around here. So now I've disconnected the earth. I'm not getting the noise at that point anyway. Just going to see what's happening at the other point. I've come from over there, here, where I was working, over to here now. And I don't know if you can hear the noise, but it's definitely making a noise, the socket and C. So what I'm going to do now is disconnect the earth and see what happens. Okay. Yep, the noise has stopped. Light's not flickering, and I've just took the earth out. So let's see what's going on around here. Check this one here. Yep. So you see that? Look at that. That's too many cables going through a 20mm tube, but that's not the point here. I just thought I'd bring that to your attention. It's just too many cables, man. Look, going around there. Just 20mm tube. If you're going to run so many cables, at least make it 25mm. But what I'm thinking now, after all this, you see how that's earth to the back of the... I wonder if... I was just thinking, if you you're picking up the earth from the back of the box, but even if you don't pick up the earth, when you screw this back, it's connected, it's joined to the metalwork anyway. So there's some sort of way they're picking up a feed. They're picking up a feed somehow, and that's what's intriguing me. That shouldn't be there, I'm sure of it. Well, it shouldn't be, because all the earth is disconnected at the fuse board. Okay, so it shouldn't really matter, but we shouldn't, because the earth is disconnected here. The earth is disconnected here, but obviously the earth for this part of the circuit is probably still connected. That's what I need to do, disconnect them earths. Yeah, so make sure I get the right earth, disconnect them and then take it from there. These add earth leads going to the back of the box, right? So I disconnected them. There you are, no light, no noise, okay? And I've done it right along here, yeah? Here we go. No noise, no earth lead, just straight into the socket, yeah? I haven't disconnected this one. Can you hear the noise, yeah? See the little light? And this one, I haven't got the earth connected, but that's fine. No, I thought I was still getting a noise, but no, I'm not getting a noise there, because, yeah, earths are disconnected. But previously, when the earth was connected, if I put the live in, I got the noise. Take the live out, still got the noise. Put the with the neutral in. It was coming when I had either just a single neutral or the single live connected with the earth connecting. Once I take out the earth, there's no problem. So this one here, still noise. Disconnect that, see what happens. So I've disconnected the earth from the back of the box, just got the two earths going in, but I'm still getting the noise, yeah? So I think this earth that's going that way must go and connect in that junction there, and it's picking up some sort of feed, I think. It's confusing to me, I'll be honest with you, I can't explain why it's doing it. Because if I take out this earth here, this one going that way, going to my right, I reckon the noise will still continue. Yep, there you go. Right, now when I take this earth out, stops, yeah? Yep. So that's the earth going that way. And I'm thinking it's still connected up there with an earth from another live circuit, because remember our circuit's dead. And I'm just thinking the earth's going through there. Tell the truth, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it shouldn't be there. But even so, when you have everything connected and then you screw the socket back to the conduit, that's connected to the mass of Earth, isn't it? Mate, I don't know. But still, I want to cure this before I do any connections. Look how many cables they've got in this one. Too many cables, man. Even though this is 25 mil. All this should have been done in trunking. Some of the cables are damaged where they've pulled them in and sort of, see that? You can see them nick, sort of like burnt up or, yeah, it's not good. Well, it's not burnt like in burning, we call it. It's like when the cables are rubbed against each other, it's got a mark in it. I was just looking to see where the earth is connected, because that one, the earth that I found over here, it doesn't go to any sort of connection here, it goes up here. So it's gone over to the other side, but I think it's when it's come back, they've probably, which I can't tell which one it is, which one comes back. I can see the one's going away, but I can't tell which one's come back. So I'll have to keep looking. I've gone to the fuse board and I've turned off the lighting, all the lighting, because I'm in darkness, as you can see. And there's the noise is not there, yeah? Which is just what I was thinking, that where they've gone up with all these cables, I'm thinking they've connected the earth for part of the ring circuit to the earth for part of the lighting circuit. That's why when I've disconnected my cables completely, but that earth is picking up some sort of live, because remember, the live does go down the earth, doesn't it? No. Well, in fault conditions, yeah, on the fault conditions. But what I thought it was originally was a neutral, because when I took the neutral out or put it in, it would come on. But finally, when I take the earth out, but remember, neutral and earth, they are sort of similar. Well, not similar, but I'm thinking in these type of situations, you can pick up from the neutral or something. I just know where there's a fault, there's a fault. So I'm going to go and turn back on the lights and see which circuit is it's connected to. Those are the 4 circuits that I've turned off. You've got the water heater circuit. I don't think it's that. It's just the lighting circuits that I've turned off. So this one here is the office lights, which is the lights in that area out there. That's the office. I found that out. So it's got glazed lighting. I think it's this one. The glazed side is the far wall. I don't think it's the external light. I'll switch that back on. I don't think it's the glazed side, so I'll switch that back on, and then I can go and see. Because that's the glazed side, yeah, so those lights and this one, I suppose. Still no noise, still no light. So I'm thinking when I switch these lights, which is the same circuit as in there, I expect to hear the noise again. Yep, hear that noise? It's back. So, just as I thought, this earth, somewhere up there, is connected to the earth of the lighting. Because it's all coming back to me now. When I first found the fault, I think it was over here I first found, and I was still getting, I think, 43 volts or something between phase and neutral when I plug my multi-tester in. So yeah, to me that's not right. You shouldn't be getting any voltage. Once your circuit is dead, that's it, it's completely dead. So that is a fault that needs to be sorted. It's got so many cables in there. Yeah, up there somewhere. Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere in that lighting circuit. They've connected that ring earth to a lighting circuit earth. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these sockets back together for now, and I've got to link them back. Obviously, the link between here and there is gone. I've got to put that back in, and I don't know if I'm going to bother change this box. You can get these things that you can screw in there as a stop end, but maybe, yeah, no. If I just take off them saddles, unscrew it, put a through box on, yeah, that should be okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll do that. That's the reason why our last 3 lights, that one there, them 2 over there, are not working. Someone's gone and cut the supply to it. There, yeah. And also, in this area here, there was a switch room and a fuse board, distribution board too. And those 3 lights were fed from this distribution board 2. Yeah? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got my tongue tied there, yeah. These 3 lights, that one, and that one, was fed from distribution board 2. And there was a wall there, in front there, and there was a switch there for it. And it was also switched from here. Yeah, that one there. But when I took that off earlier, no cable, the cable had been cut. You could see they didn't disconnect it, they just cut the cables and took the cables out. So it was just a switch without any cables, just the cut-off bits. And this one, it's got 1 cable in. So this one here is the only one that works. Switches off them lights. I've got them 3 lights working now. Yep. All on. Wired and connected, all working. So I'm going to have to change that click fitting. Right, so, because it's broken. But there's a slight problem. They've been using some spray paint to paint these walls. And earlier I smelt something, I smelt it and I was just getting on. All of a sudden I started feeling a bit dizzy. And I said, "Oh, what's going on?" They said they've been using spray paint. I noticed they had masks on, but they didn't tell me. But anyway, and also later on they're going to be doing some sanding. So I'm going to have to leave this and come back after they're finished. When I come back, what I'll have to do is sort this ring out, the earthing problem with this ring. I've traced it, like I told, there's an earth that goes up this conduit here, and somewhere it's connected to the lighting. That's why I'm getting that funny noise at the test, and I'm getting that 24 volts between phase and neutral or something. That must be it. That's what's doing it. I know that. So I'll have to sort that out. Gonna have to take off this bit of conduit and put a through box here. They've took off all the saddles for painting. I hope they've kept them. Anyway, I just have to get a couple of saddles no matter. Okay, cool. Right, this is a socket where that earth cable is. So I'm going to take that off and come here. Goes up there, so I'm going to try and trace that. Just check it, see if we make that noise. I haven't been here for a day or so. I haven't tried it for a couple of days, so should be making it. Yep, still there. Hold up there. I'm saying it's the earth. I've took the earth out, but I can still hear the noise. I thought it was the earth. Now it's the live. Right, so when I put that earth, that live down, I get the noise. Let's see what happens here. But this is completely changed to what I thought it was. It's the phase that's continuing the circuit that's causing that. All right, let me take out the earth, just see what happens. Right, so it's the live. This is my problem, the problem I'm having here, tracing this cable. Look at the amount of cables in there. It's a 25mm tube, but look at the amount of cables. And I can see damage on some of the cables. Oh yeah, look at that. See that? Look, copper showing. Can you see that? That's the lighting though, so that's got nothing to do with it. But I mean, it could be damaged in there. Even trying to pull it through is going to be, because what I was thinking, I'm going to have to tie a cable on that and just pull a new cable through until I get to the point where, if I see anything, but getting a new cable through there, that's a real problem, man. Look, the amount of cables. Anyway, I'm going to get on, see what I can do. Right, the latest update is this earth here goes right along, up here, down here, right, and then it goes through here here, yeah? When I put the earth in, hear the noise? I can see the light as well sometimes. So I'm getting it there. It's disconnected the other end. So let's just see what happens when we go to the other end. Right, okay. So I'm not getting it here. It's disconnected the other end and it's not coming through to here. So must be somewhere between here and there. It's either touching part of the lighting circuit or something like that. It's got to be. If I reconnect that, I still don't think it's going to give me a problem over there, because what I found is once the socket is connected to the box, or this fly lead is connected here, then it brings it round, because I was getting the noise here, I was getting it here, and I was getting it there. So what I've done, I disconnected, I took this away from the box. Once I took it away from the box and that earth disconnected, the noise went here. So I know it's not the leg coming to this side. But then I was getting the noise at all the other sockets from this point. So I took them all away, and then disconnected there. So once you're disconnected there, you don't get the noise anywhere else. So it's the disconnected round there. So I'm not going to get any noise or indication here. There you go. There you go. Right. So what I'm going to do, right, it comes straight away the noise, yeah? But this now, to prove that this goes straight over to the other side, I shouldn't be getting any noise here because it passes right through as I've traced it. Right, there you go, no noise, okay? So it's connected that end, but it's disconnected from the conduit system. Right, shouldn't be getting the noise. No, so no noise. Just make sure. Because there's been a couple of times when I thought I'd connected it and it wasn't. Right. So no noise. But if I was to reconnect that socket to the conduit system, because then it will make earth, then you'd get the noise to there, to that point. Because the earth goes from there all the way round here, round to the end point, and it comes back each socket to here. What I'm thinking is, if I was to cut this cable here, I'm going to have to pull a new cable in. That's the only way. Pull it in and see where I find the problem. I'm going to need some help with that because there is so many cables in there. When I'm pulling it through, I'll see if there is some sort of damage or something. Okay, right, so that's what I'm going to do. The best way I've decided to get out the problem I've got is that I'm going to run a line of conduit up there, over there, and link up with this conduit here and just rewire the circuit round. I'm going to have to take this bit out to put a through box here, get rid of this, put a through box, and then just rewire it and get rid of that problem, hopefully. Hi, I just thought I'd give you an update on what we've done so far. Right, okay. There's that conduit run I was talking about. It's come up there. I've got the wires in as well. Down to here. Right. I've took this bit of conduit out because there was a T box in it. Here. So I took that out. Just going to either put a through box or just another bit of conduit and join it up there. Right. So I brought 2 legs of the ring over in that new run. which I have to do, and then one goes there, to the end up there, one's going to go to that socket down there, and then the one back to the fuse board, and one's going to come from there to here, because these two legs, these two armors go back to the fuse boards. It's the two legs of the ring, so they're going to join here and in here. But because what they've done, they had one coming from the end there, it came and it joined with one of these legs, and the other leg came and went up here. But then they also took a pair from this socket, this pair here, that goes up here, goes up this tube. I can't get it down there, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to cut this things, put a T-box here, come down here, go up in the trunk and under here, because that's the only way I can get it in. Also, that's where the lighting circuit comes down and goes through the sockets and round here through there. So you've got 6 2.5s plus the lighting, all them lighting cables. And then here, round to here, round to here. So what I was going to do, I was going to do a separate conduit run, come up here, round here, join to this, to save having to go around here and through the switch and everything. But even if I do that, I've still got 4 1.5s going with my 6 2.5s. That would mean I'd have to come here to avoid that, but it's going to look odd. So what I'm thinking is, if I join here and come around here to that one there. So that's what I might do. I'll have to consult the client first. We've got our conduit in place. I had to do this double set there in one piece to get it like that. Bit of a task, but we got it done. Adil, what I'm thinking is, right, if you come down here, mate, I run it this way to try and avoid going with the lighting circuit. But you can't odds it, because even when we come to this one, there's the lighting circuit there. So it's still got to go through with the lighting circuit, yeah? This point, it's got to go through with the lighting circuit, and this point here, if I try to avoid coming this way, I'm still going to have to go through the lighting circuit here, and here, at this point, yeah? Because that's lighting cable going up there. So what I'll do, I'll make it easier. What I was thinking I could bring most of it this way, but I still got to bring 4 through here, 4 through there, and the other side is. So what I'll do, I'll bring one set of, do it like a proper ring, rather than leapfrog. Well, it's a proper ring anyway, but we'll do it conventionally. We'll have 3 cables coming one way, 3 cables going the other way. So it's less cables going through the tube, yeah? That's the best we can do, mate, to get over a bad situation. Okay, so we'll get on with that, yeah? So Adil, just to make it clear, yeah? I've brought in 2 sets of cables, yeah? To the ring main to this point. It's coming from that joint box, that trunk in there, because you've got the 2 armoreds going back to the fuse board. So one pair is going to join to one armored and one to the other. So I've come over the ceiling, yeah, to there. Yeah. Right, I've brought 2 pairs. Okay. One pair goes back to there. Then another pair went to there, and then you link back to there, yeah? So when we go over this here, we've got 2 sets of cables. I'm going to bring one set this way and the other set that way, because we can't avoid going through the lighting circuit anyway, so it's just, we just lessen the burden, yeah? Cool. we've done here, mate, need a box cover. So you got your two armors coming in. We sorted out the problem. We've rewired from here, and then we've linked over there. Whereas before it was going through the pipes up there, which had too many cables in. Now goes over here, and it splits and goes that way. It's all done, all connected, everything's done. So what I'm going to do now is go around to the fuse board and test it. So what I've done, I've put some heat shrink sleeving on the grey one, because that's the neutral. Didn't have it, they just left it as grey. And this one here, I had to put some proper earth sleeving on it. They just had a bit of tape like this one, look, see that? They just put it on like that. So I put some proper sleeving on that. So now we're gonna do end to end and see what we get. With the end to end, the earth should be the same because it's 2.5, just like the phase and neutral. All right, so I'm gonna do my earth first. 0.5352, okay. Oh, all right, changed to 0.45 when I took it off. Neutral now. No, that's not good. 0.83. You know why that is? It's picking up the earth of the, because it's all metal conduit, most of it. And it's trunking, it's picking up part of it, so that's why it's lower. So I'm gonna cross over now, so I know. So that neutral goes with this live. I put a little pen mark on that, that's that neutral. And I put a little pen mark on that live, that's that live. New earth, right. So that earth's got to go with that live. So this earth goes with this. Cross over. That earth goes with this one. Let's make, and that one should go with this one. Okay, we'll go next door now. Right, so that's 0.18. To get the true R1, R2, those sockets should be hanging because they're picking up the earth from all the metalwork. So that's 0.18, yeah? Let's see what we get over here. 0.16. They should all, if they're all near enough the same, then that's all good. 0.18, 0.27, 0.27, 0.27, 0.27, 0.27, 0.27, 0.18, yeah, 0.18, 0.16. So 0.27 is the highest, but it's all over there. These should ideally be a bit closer to them, but I'm satisfied with that. That's all good. It's the conduit work that's causing the problem. Yeah. It's the What I'm going to do now, dude, I'm going to do my insulation resistance. Right, so that's phase to earth 999, phase to neutral 999. No, I'm saying phase to neutral, phase to earth because of the black. Thinking old school. So now it's phase to neutral 999. All right, so we've done all the tests. It's all 999. So now I can connect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can. So it's all connected, everything's tested, all beautiful now. Also what we done, we went round and pulled out all the ring out the lighting circuit. So anyway, mate, that's it, that's all good. One thing we forgot to do is the trip times. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so that was 0, 28.8, 18.8, 9.08. Oh, so it's 28.8 is the one we're going to put down. Because on the NICIC form, they only ask for the ×1. That's it. So that's all good. That's all done. That's all good. Hi there, Delroy the Spark here again. I'm back at this vodka place. Basically what I've had to do here is reinstate the installation to what it was before the vodka people took over. And what they've asked me to do is an EICR to make sure that everything's working when they hand it back to the landlord. So that's what I'm doing now. On these, like here, I've had to put heat shrink blue sleeving on a lot of these cables because they use the 3-core black, brown and grey. And they used the grey for the neutral, but they didn't put any sleeving on it. Also, for the earth sleeve, all they've done is put some tape over it. I got some proper earth sleeving and put it over there. And a lot of these circuits, I think, have got to be disconnected because they're not feeding anything. They come up through there in armoured. I've got a feeling that the cables are cut off, but I'll find that out later on. Also, what I need to do, this place is empty, so I'm going to do a proper ZE. I'm going to take off, disconnect the earth and do a ZE between here and go across the phases here, but connected to that earth there. Right, I tested this line of sockets there, they're all fine. Done the lights in this area and the other area. And done these sockets because I had to reroute them, so that's all, they're all done. And check these ones. There's 21 points on this circuit. Starts from here, goes round there, and then we reinstated this part from there. Goes round there, look. All on one circuit. Okay. And these lights, all these lights, 35 lights, and 2 emergency lights, all on the same circuit. That lot. This lot, and that one over there. These 3 is on the same circuit as this lot here. Yeah, they're on the same circuit. Now, with this circuit, what I'm having is, when I do my insulation resistance, I'm getting phase and neutral to earth, I'm getting 0.0. Which obviously is not a proper reading, because if that was the case, the lights wouldn't come on, they'd be tripped if there was a fault like that. I've come across this before, but I'm thinking here, there's a load of connections in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and trace that circuit from this switch, see where the feed's coming, disconnect it, and reconnect it and test it, because I think it's something to do with in here. Right, those lights, that row of light there, and those 2 there is a circuit where I was getting the problem with the insulation resistance test. I was getting 0.0. Now, it was connected in one of these connectors, and it's just and it was taped up, floating in here. So now, I've disconnected it. What you've got here, you've got 4 neutrals. This is the one coming from the fuse board, that grey one. Got to put some sleeving on that. And one of these goes to those 2 lights. The other one goes to this row of lights. And this one goes up to here. Now, I've disconnected, took that out of the circuit and reconnected the other 2 neutrals. So I'll go back now and see what I get. So, phase and neutral together, down to earth. Right, 106, which is cool. It was the emergency light that was causing the problem. I'm gonna go back and put those in Wagos. I've got some Wagos there to connect them in. Okay, cool. Alright guys, just wanted to show you something. Remember I was talking about these Wagos, and I thought these were a bit flimsy compared to the other ones. What happened there, I got them all connected. I was pushing this back into here and the lights went out. What I realized, I had accidentally just opened one of these slightly, so it was loose, right? These things here come apart too easily. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it to this type, because they're stiffer. There's no way they're going to come apart just like that. You really have to prise them open. So I'm going to change it to these ones. These ones are good in certain applications, but in others, in my opinion, it's a bit flimsy. Right, this is the first fitting I've checked. Oh no, the second one. That's got a hole in it, so that needs to be renewed. So maybe that's why that's not working. Carry on and see what else I find. So those external lights, that's the switch for them. They're emergency lights as well. So the one that was there is down here. It's an emergency light. They're all in a bad state, actually. What I think someone's done though, someone's come and changed that to an ordinary light. But the thing is, once that key switch is switched on, they're on all the time. Because these ones, they've got this thing here, this sensor. So they'll click on with movement, right? And then if the power fails, then they come on and stay on. Someone's done the same thing here. Changed it to an ordinary light, right? Can't switch off, it's always on. I've highlighted, told the client about it, waiting for him to come back to see what he wants done, if he wants me to change them to new. Right, there's a problem with this line of fittings, the ones that run down there, and these two. That's the switch for them. I've done the ZS there, I think it was 0.73 or something. But then, obviously, the furthest point is right at the end here. So I went up there, I've done a test up there, but there's no continuity. Once I got continuity there, then I know it's going right through the circuit. But there's nothing there, so I'm going to have to investigate. I'm going to go to the next one, see what I get here. And hopefully there's a loose connection or something, because it's aggravation. You know, up there they've got two ceiling rows next to each other, but one, there's nothing connected to it and it hasn't got a cover on. Same with this one over there. So, but yeah, I'm going to try and see what the continuity is like at that point and then take it from there. The problem with the ZS on this line was here. A couple of these earths were just cut off and coiled up in there. So I took them out, connected them into there, and went back up and checked just with my continuity checker, and I'm getting 240 volts. Whereas before, I was only getting 120. And when I put the tester on, I was getting just no continuity at all. So now, I'm going to go up there and check my ZS, and everything should be good. Right, so here I am. That's the guilty party there. That was giving me the problem. Okay, got to disconnect the earth, clamp onto it. Right, okay. Right, tripped. Right, let's try again. It's tripping. Right, so that's what I've had to do here to get it steady, because I keep slipping. See what happens, see if it still trips. Right, 1.16, that's the reading. Because it seemed like if your hand slips or anything, it trips the RCBO, so the only way I could get it solid is by putting a socket there and doing it. Because you can't clamp the phase or the neutral on. You can't use crocodile clips. I think that's a safety issue thing, you know. Okay, that's all good.